So Arcade1UP has announced some brand new cabinets for 2021. I'm pretty excited. There's a couple of downsides, so let's take a look.
Welcome Harrison Hats.
Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Hacks. Today I'm going to be discussing the newest additions to the Arcade1UP cabinets. They've announced 8 in total, and I'm going to go through and just kind of give you a rough idea of what I think of each cabinet. Just by looking at the renders on their website and going by the descriptions they've given. So let's go ahead and start out with the Atari Legacy Edition arcade cabinet. What they're doing here is giving you, you're getting 12 games in one, the same 17-inch LCD screen. You get a custom riser, light up marquee, the printed coin door graphic kick plate, which is pretty sweet. Real feel arcade controls, so hopefully they are upgraded from their previous trackball cabinet. It was a little rough. Obviously, you're getting the deck protector. You've got the adjustable variable volume, I should say. And then obviously you would have the on-screen game selection menu. And they're including Asteroid, Centipede, Major Havoc, Missile Command, Aka R, if I said that right. Crystal Castles, Tempest, Millipede, Gravatar, Liberator, Asteroids Deluxe, and Space Duel. The cabinet itself looks amazing. I think it's a really nice retro look. Looks really clean. I'm a huge fan of them putting the coin doors on. The way that the monitors seem a little more sloped than before. I'm hoping that's how they stay. Just everything looks really nice. The artwork looks fantastic. This one here is something where I can't point out any flaws just by looking at the renderings. So I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the Bandai Namco Entertainment Legacy Edition arcade cabinet. That's a mouthful. And this is basically just another Pac-Man cabinet. But again, this one here is you're getting 12 games in one, the custom riser, the light up marquee, all the good stuff, same stuff. Real feel arcade controls. You know, I hope they're good. I really do hope that they've upgraded the controls a little bit more. I won't get into like the deck protector and variable adjustable volume and stuff like that. That's standard these days on these cabinets. But it looks really nice. I'm going to give them credit for this. And for this particular cabinet, I know people say Pac-Man's been done to death by Arcade1UP. But I don't have a Pac-Man cabinet yet, and I can't wait to get one. And for me, it's between this one and the 40th anniversary. I know the 40th anniversary has some volume issues, but it's an easy fix with like a $13 part. But the games on here are Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Pac and Pal, Pac-Mania, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Dig Dug 2, Mappy, and Rompers. So I've never played Rompers myself, but it's something I'd be definitely willing to check out. This cabinet here, I don't have too many concerns. I mean, other than, hopefully the joystick works well. It's a solid four-way joystick. I got no concerns with this cabinet whatsoever. I think it looks fantastic. Let's move on to Dragon's Lair. So this one, I'm not good at Dragon's Lair. I'm not good at any of these cabinets. When it comes to the, Laserdisc games. Now, this cabinet here, you're getting 3 games. Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp, and Space Ace. You get a matching riser. The cabinet itself looks fantastic. Your your joystick doesn't really need to be top notch for this. I mean, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's a solid joystick. The way that they've done the marquee and the speakers as well as the scoreboard on top, I mean, it just looks really good. So this one here is something I didn't think I'd be interested in, and now that I see it, is like, wow, that's a really nice cabinet. Now this one here is not available yet. It's pending licensor approval, and it says smartphone not included. So I'm not too sure why it says that, but I mean we can read through all of the description if you so choose. And we'll move on to Space Ace, which is basically a Dragon's Lair variant. So you could just get different artwork, but it's the exact same cabinet, just different artwork. So you're getting the same Space Ace, Dragon's Lair, and Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp. Either or, they look great to me. Dragon's Lair is a little more popular, but depending on who you ask, Space Ace is better. So, the artwork for me on both is fantastic. Let's move on to a huge one, the X-Men 4-player arcade cabinet. So this one here, it looks amazing. I mean, we had Ninja Turtles, and we actually recently got rid of it, and I'll talk about that in a second. But with the X-Men 4-player cabinet, you get the riser, you get Wi-Fi, which is always a nice add-on. Captain America and the Avengers, and then also the Avengers in Galactic Storm are both included, as well as the X-Men 4-player ROM. So this one looks really nice. The artwork looks good. My issue with 4-player Arcade1UP cabinets is 4 adults are not getting in on this without, bumping into one another. Again, in the photos, it's saying, pending licensor approval. And this one I have not seen yet available for purchase. The Capcom Legacy Edition arcade cabinet, the original Street Fighter 2 look with the purple, yellow, and the funky, a little bit of funkiness going on there. I really like this. This is a 12-in-1. It looks to me to be the same games list as the Street Fighter cocktail table. And this one gives you Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Darkstalkers, Strider, Commando, Final Fight, Ghosts and Goblins, and 1944. Where I think they've gone wrong when I'm looking at this cabinet, and this one here, you are getting dual speakers, which is a huge upgrade, so we shouldn't have those sound issues we had from the original 2018 Street Fighter cabinet, as well as a light-up marquee and a matching riser. I see ball tops still, again. Ball tops, I can't, I'm just not with it. It's just not my deal. I don't know why they would do that again. I think they should have learned from the first Street Fighter 2, 3 years ago almost now. You need bat tops. And I really think they should offer like a HAP option, the limited edition HAP cabinet, because putting HAP controls and buttons in a fighting cabinet, I mean that's where it's at for me. But again, I mean that's personal preference. I'm not really into any of these, knockoff controls when it comes to fighting games, especially. Next up, we have the Pong 4-player pub table. It's not for me. It I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would love to have this, and this is available for pre-order. It says April 1st if you go to bestbuy.com. So I haven't found it in Canada, but in the States, they want $549.99 US for this. I think that's nuts. But again, that's personal preference. On here, you're getting Pong, Quadra Pong, Pong Doubles, Warlords, Pong Sports, Circus Atari, Tempest, and Super Breakout. The spinners on here look like their first gen spinner. I hope it's upgraded inside and it just has the same caps, but it works better. But that remains to be seen. And yes, it has a clear cover on top to protect from those accidental spills. So I mean that's good to see there. And I'm sure there's people out there that are excited for this cabinet. Personally, for me, I'll pass. If I saw it on clearance, maybe, but even then, I think it would take up too much floor space. I don't know. It's just not my deal. But for anyone that's looking to be interested in something like that, I mean, the graphics look pretty nice. They're nice and classic. And finally, The biggest one, in my opinion, is the Killer Instinct. They are giving you a light up marquee, dual speakers. This one has bat tops, but again, the issue that Killer Arcade Games mentioned was, they're supposed to be blue. So I know this is, design not final is what they're saying on their website, and the buttons are blue. It should be blue. Also, unqualified critics pointed out that if you were to slope the control panel down a little bit, kind of like Golden Tee, it would be a little more similar to the actual Killer Instinct cabinet from back in the day. And, the Killer Instinct that they added there on the, I believe that's the J panel. That looks nice. This one here, they're giving you Killer Instinct 2, Battletoads, the arcade version, which is really nice. I think that's an underrated game. And then also a bonus game of Battletoads slash Double Dragon. And that came out for the NES as well as the SNES. And I'm not sure if it came out on any other console. I mostly remember playing it for the SNES. So I would think it would be the Super Nintendo port. But also, now we're getting into 3D games here. So that's pretty sweet. Code Mystics are the one doing the emulation. So we should be able to get dip switch support and change, difficulty settings and all that good stuff. As well as online play. So you're going to get a Wi-Fi feature with this. And I'm assuming it might have the micro USB connection, so where you can connect it hardwired through Ethernet. So basically, the good thing is they look amazing. The cabinet redesigns look really good. I'm a fan of all of them. The aesthetics, I think they did a fantastic job. So my only concerns are Pac-Man has a fantastic four-way joystick. X-Men, I don't really worry about that. I think if you're into the four-player Arcade1UPs, that's going to work for you. Personally, for me, it works. If me and my wife are on end-to-end and then my boys are in the middle, then that works. But as they grow, it's not going to work that much longer. They grow like weeds. And then the the ball tops on the Street Fighter cabinet makes absolutely no sense to me. It's got to be bat top all the way, and I do really wish that they had a special Hap edition. And I would say the same thing for Killer Instinct. I mean, make those suckers blue. You got the bat tops, make them blue, and let's have a Hap option in there would be ideal. But I get it. They're trying to keep the price point down. And speaking of price point, we already discussed Pong being $550 US. Now, up here I found the Capcom Legacy Edition cabinet at the Brick, and they're asking $5.99 Canadian, which is pretty standard these days. You can get it as early as April 14th, so mid-April. You'd be able to get this cabinet from the Brick. And to be honest, Real Feel Arcade controls is kind of what they're saying on here again. So it's, they're going to be decent sticks, but you're going to want to upgrade them. And here in Canada, these things rarely go on sale. I mean, I've seen Ninja Turtles drop down to $5.49 Canadian. NBA Jam dropped to $5.49 from $6.29. I know people in the States are picking them up for like $1.99, with a stool. And, it's crazy the differences that up here we don't really get deals. We get a slight sale of high-priced items, I guess. But nonetheless, this is a cabinet I'm really interested in. I would definitely want to upgrade the joysticks, but for $600, not too bad. The Arcade1UP Bandai Namco Entertainment Legacy Edition arcade cabinet with riser. Yeah, mouthful again. This one is also $5.99 Canadian. And I just really like it. I like the riser. I like the cabaret style cabinet. For me, it's between this one and the 40th anniversary. The 40th anniversary is $20 cheaper. So, this one has more games. This one has 12 games. The 40th anniversary, I believe, has 8 or 10. We can also get the Arcade1UP Atari Legacy Edition arcade cabinet with riser, and they're asking $5.99. Same price. This one, you know, if the trackball's good, sure, and it just looks really good. If the spinner's good as well, that's a huge one. But as far as that cabinet design, I mean, these are not my type of games, but I I just want that cabinet. Like I want it sitting in my room. I just think it looks amazing. I think they did an excellent job with this, how the riser blends into the cabinet. I think that this is one of the best cabinet slash riser matching jobs they've done. It just looks fantastic. And finally, I'm just going to mention this one really quick for anyone who wasn't aware in Canada, and you can get this as early as Thursday, potentially sooner depending on your brick and your location. But they have the Arcade1UP Pac-Man 40th anniversary head-to-head, so the cocktail table. These are the newer ones. They're taller. Apparently, they have dual speakers, which is nice. And these come with 10 games. Now, the thing with this one is you're getting two less games, but it is a cocktail style, and I really do like it. But it's $100 more, so you're looking at $6.99. I mean, I can almost get Outrun or Pinball for for 50 to $100 more. I get Outrun or Pinball, and as much as I like Pac-Man, I think I would go with the cabaret style. I do love the idea of the cocktail, but then I've still got to go spend seven, and then it's $100 for each stool in Canada. They go on sale for 80. It's the lowest I've seen them. I think Arcade1UP is doing great things. They're taking steps in the right direction. The cabinet redesigns right now, especially like the Killer Instinct and the Capcom Legacy Edition, I'm a huge fan. I mean, I at one point we had four or five Street Fighters here, and I decided to sell them off, and I kept one that I modded. But this would be something different. This is, yes, it's Street Fighter kind of regurgitated, but not really, because this one, instead of three games, you're getting 12. You're getting different graphics, different cabinet design. You're also getting, light up marquee and dual speakers, which is huge. So I hope they take away these ball tops and put bat tops on there. And again, a special Hap edition would be amazing. I mean, really, I'd like IL, Industrious Lorenzo, but those are the creme de la creme. If they're slightly better than Hap. So, in my personal opinion. But post down in the comments and let me know what you guys think. I think that they're doing great things. A lot of these cabinets are now going to have online abilities, capabilities, and for me, that's not a huge thing, but I know for a lot of people it is. They want to be on leaderboards and play with people online and stuff like that, and I think it's great. I think it's a nice addition. Um, I'm just a big fan of all the aesthetics of these cabinets. I just, like I said, the few things that I've mentioned could be upgraded, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's going to do it for me today. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, have a good day.